Okay. I think we're live. Mic check. Okay. Looks like YouTube's up. Let's try the chat. Alright, that worked on YouTube. Gotta check Twitch. Yeah. Looks like Twitch is working. Okay. I have to get used to the time delay. Alright, and chat's working. Good. Alright. Do that. There we go. Okay, I guess we are officially live. Wow. Hello, everyone. It has been a long time. I'm back. And I got a bunch of new content this year. You'll have to check out a new video on YouTube explaining all that. And right now I'm in the middle of some custom water cooling stuff. As you can see on the other part of this screen over here, that I got the computer in the kitchen and we're trying to drain the custom water loop. So gonna be a fun time juggling that around, unscrewing ports, and yeah, unfortunately for me, I didn't have the space in there very well to plan out draining the loop great. I planned it well enough to fill it, but not to drain it. So bear with me, as this will be a tedious journey dealing with this. And it hasn't been smooth so far. It has not. Alright, now we're going to head over there, and I'll see you in there. Hi. Alright, so now I'm over in the kitchen with the computer, and unfortunately from that angle you can't see it draining out the back in the sink here, but if you want to see that footage, you can check out the video for it that I'm filming over on this other camera right here. So I got the YouTube going, we'll fill the YouTubes and shit while we do the live streams, so this way I can be able to get everything done at the same time. I can't like do this multiple times over, right? So I'm figuring that's how I'm going to roll things. I'll add in extra special effects, whatever, different overlays as we go. So far, at least I got the one webcam and then this other IP cam right here that you're looking at me through. And then I got the overlaid shot and the race stream, so we're on the Twitch and the YouTubes. So yeah, this all just one night. Whipped this together, got this stuff going. So microphone, unfortunately, it's from a boom mic that's across the room from me right now, so I'm not sure how great it is. It looks from the volume bars on my OBS screen like I should be okay. So, alright, let's just hope that's the case and get into this. I gotta turn on the camera here for filming from that angle for some of this, and bear with me as I also do multiple shots. I have to adjust the camera and stuff, so it's kind of gonna be what we'll do with the text streams on here, and then gaming streams will be totally different. Alright, let's get up here. Alright, so now that we got this far in, we've come to a realization that we just remembered we have other drain ports accessible on the bottom side of this radiator, so we're going to take off this front panel and get to those and see how that goes. We've got an extra hose to get to those, and yeah. And then also we'll have more than one thing open, so that allows airflow better, so that's less like air pressure sealed. So let's hope this all works. There's a piece from my RAM. Just one of the pieces came off the motherboard years ago. Still works usually fine. Alright. That's a little bit dusty. Okay, we're gonna have to be careful how we rest this on this side, because we don't want to go damaging up this USB port and stuff here. Shit. Okay. Alright, so here's the ports. If I'll lend you. Yeah, okay, that would be the same side as the same side here. Okay. Ooh, okay, if I open that side, that'll drain the whole reservoir area. Haha. Okay. I'm figuring some stuff out here now. I don't think that this being on here will be beneficial right now. Alright, so now we're going to take off that port here and remember that that's still pressurized, and flip it back over before we get that everywhere. Okay. Now we're going to put this cap back on. Drop it down there, then spill it all over ourselves. This is the stuff that will make the YouTube video that you get to experience watching live. It's not the same as what you'll see on YouTube. Well, I mean, unless you're live on YouTube. Alright, so now here we got the hose off. We're going to put the cap on here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to connect a drain port in the front here. And then we're going to tilt it up this way so that that's the bottom. And then we'll open up one of these ports at the top right here. And that'll let the air in, all the drain. coming down here right out the front. So see how that goes and how much we can get out of it. First, we want to make sure that that's not going to burst full of fluid, so we got to try to get the air bubbles up to the top so there's some room here. Sure hope that's long enough. Oh good, nice. That's definitely not overflowing. Alright. Okay. What? No. Okay. We got this. Here goes nothing. Oh yeah, that's coming out a lot quicker. I think that's going to be way too hard to twist off with the barbs on there. Forgot about that. Could open this GPU port maybe. That's going to be tough too. Seems to drain fairly good already on its own. Alright, now that totally worked. We got quite a lot of that out of there. There's still more to go. This is where we plug it back up, flip her around, get the fluids draining into the right areas again, and then drain her out again. Or at least I hope that was shit I just made up off the top of my head, hoping that that's gonna work. Yeah. Upside down. Alright, let's get that for the camera. Oh shit, is the camera not even on? Don't tell me it wasn't even recording. not even recording. Oh, great. Well, I guess we won't have any of that YouTube footage for the main video. Flip sakes. It's the other kind of shit that happens when you're doing this stuff. Okay, so what we've done here so far is we've opened up the front. We got a new piece to connect on here to drain this tube. We drained a ton in here, and now we had to plug it back up, flip it over, and now as much as we can get to try to drain back down into this area, so then that way we can drain that back into there again. So right now it's just a matter of getting turning it around at different angles, getting everything flowing in different spots. Doesn't want to go through the video card for me. Come on. Oh, there we go. Alright. Oh, it's going a bit. decent enough for now. Whew. Alright, now that we got this turned around a bunch, we got more fluid in here that we can drain in here. Stop. Open that up. Okay. Now let's get it into here. Ooh. All right. There we got a lot more of it. I'm thinking of maybe just trying to get the liquid this time through here into there and then into this. Okay, now we need to break and take this here and empty some of it so we got enough room. Alright, so now we're going to need to make some room because this is getting too full. Use our Mod My Mods bottle here that we used to fill with first place. That was our base liquid. And then we added coloring dyes from Mayhem's. Ooh, looks like we caught some stuff we don't want, some sediment in there. I want to return that back in the system later. Oh, that's gross. There's a lot. So that's just some of the gunk that built up in there over time. Tap water is bad, and that's going to infect stuff, so we're going to need to rinse that real quick. Some reverse osmosis water. There we go. Now we got a fresh one to fill here. All right. Okay. Now we're gonna go for the bottom one. that's most of the loop. There's gonna be a bit of stuff like stuck in the blocks. And that's just how it goes. Just gonna be careful when taking it apart. Alright. Alright, so there we go. That's most of the last of it. Oh, that's some nasty stuff that built up in the side of that. I can only imagine what might be stuck in maybe the GPU block and the CPU block. So yeah, that's gross. Probably gonna want to put just all fresh coolant in that when we put that together. This will probably just go out as safe disposal. Okay, so there we have that. Time to tidy it up. Alright, 334. Okay, so we're gonna wrap this up and end the stream because I need some rest, and we'll pick up part 2 soon, working on taking down the rest of it. So thanks for tuning in if you were, and hope to see you next stream, which should be tomorrow night. I got scheduled that I'm going to be putting on my new YouTube video soon, letting everybody know it's going to be TTT, Teffins Tech Tuesdays, and Teffins Tech Thursdays, 8 p.m. Eastern to 10 p.m. Eastern. So make sure to check those out, and might record something last on there for an outro for this part, and then yeah, we're going to wrap it up. Alright. Alright, that concludes the end of this first part of this session. Alright, so that concludes this first part of this series, which was draining the water loop. So, the next part, we're going to be taking apart all the rest of these things. Alright, try that again. Alright, so that concludes this. Alright, so that concludes this episode, yeah. Alright, so that concludes this episode of this. Alright, so that concludes the first episode of this new series, and we would. Alright, and that concludes the first episode of this series where we drain this water loop. Next up, on the next episode of Thermaltake V3 Custom Water Cooled PC Mod, I think that was the title, we will be taking apart the rest of the water loop and cleaning out the blocks, and then start working on taking more out from there. But we'll see how far we get that episode. Alright, stay tuned, subscribe, follow, like, all that fun stuff. Fun. Alright. Cool. We're done for the night. Thanks for tuning in. Wow. All right. Yeah.